Hey, 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 welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. Hello, Teresa. Good evening, good afternoon, or it's more like good morning or good late morning. Hello, Alicia. How are you? What are you guys reading on this lovely Friday? All right, I want to show you what I'm reading. So, I am reading, let's think it out. I'm reading How to Make Love to a Negro Without Getting Tired. This is our Read So Lit read along book. Sorry, Read So Lit book club book on Patreon. This is what we're reading and we'll be discussing on Sunday. This should be an interesting discussion. That's all I gotta say. And I'm also reading this one right here, which is The Lost Love Songs of Boise Sing by Ingrid Persaud. Yeah. Looks like I'm just doing one trauma book after the next, but I'm in the trauma mood, it seems like, because I just keep picking up more books with trauma in it. But it's quite a chunker, but I'm about a third in. I'm like I've read all of this right here. So about a third in. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Very interesting storytelling technique. Yeah. Really, really interesting. All right. So what y'all reading? Let's see. Hello, Tracy. Hello, day one. Day one. So it just started the strange book called, what's it called? Hey Sarah. Hey Latrice. Hey lady. Hey Birdie. Birdie's reading Starter Villain by John Scalzi and Mother Knows Best. A Mother Gothel Villains retelling. Okay. Just okay. So Dace has started a strange book called Oh, The Sellout. Yeah, I read that. Won the Booker, yeah, in 2016. Yeah, it also won it won the Booker. I think it won something else too. I'm not sure. Yes, satire. I mean, I liked, but I didn't love it. I didn't love it. I liked it, but I didn't love it. Hey DL, happy Friday. How are you? DL is like on the reading mode. DL is like she getting ready to hit like what is it, 150 books you've read so far? Is it 125 books? I can't remember. Um, yeah, but DL's on the move. Okay, Sarah says reading There's Always This Year on Basketball on Ascension by Hanif Abdurraqib. Okay. And I only have a copy of James. Okay, cool. Hey Fatima, happy Friday. Hey Lauren. Oh, Lauren's reading The Lovely Bones by Alice Sebold. Okay, yeah. Lady said she's reading Hurricane Summer by Asha Broomfield. I remember that. That's the one with the beautiful black girl on the cover. And Night Song by Beverly Jenkins. Yeah. Yeah, Teresa. DL be reading. That's the least we can say. DL be reading. She not playing. Um, so yeah, so if I can get this finished, I will have read, let's see, one, two, three. It's either three or four, no, three Caribbean books, which is pretty good for me because I usually manage to read one. So I feel like this year's been good. Um, yeah, this year's been really good, I think. Um, Tracy said break for a few days to gear up for July. Okay, very nice. Yeah, because July is gonna be this is gonna be something else for me. Nicole says still reading Invisible Man. Okay, one chapter a day, and that's all I can promise. I imagine because I remember when I read it in college. I remember that I felt overwhelmed by for the analysis side of things. I felt very overwhelmed because the book is pretty solidly thick, and I just was like, ugh. I think I had to read it in like a week, a week and a half. I think I had like a week and a half max to read it. But I found that it was. I remember I enjoyed it a lot, but the analysis was overwhelming, and like I felt I came out of a tunnel every time I closed the book. I was like, "Woo!" like that. So I get that you only read a chapter a day. That's probably the best way to process it. I mean, it's not one you're gonna like fly through. Okay, Jill said listen to a lot of books because I've had travel time. Trouble in Queenstown by Delia Pitts was okay. All right. A Taste for More by Phyllis Dixon, liked it. And Camp Lanier, fun, campy YA horror. Oh, that's weird. YA horror. I don't know if well, I know I couldn't read it because of YA, but horror, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I guess I could do horror. I don't know. Your Invisible Man copy is 561. That's about the same as mine. I don't know which edition you have, Birdie. I have the ooh, I think I have the vintage edition of Invisible Man. So mine might be about the same amount of pages, maybe a bit more. Currently reading This Is Why We Lied. Ooh, by Karen Slaughter. Oh, that sounds kind of. I like the title. That sounds like it's full of a lot of mess. Something going on there that shouldn't be going on. Hey Karen, how are you? What are you reading? Teresa said reading Lies and Weddings by Kevin Kwan. Okay. And Madness. Oh yeah, Sanity in Asylum by Antonia Hilton. Okay, very good. Fatima says All Sinners Bleed by S.A. Cosby and starting Miss Pearlie's Girls by Rashonda Tate this weekend. Okay, that sounds nice. Let's see. Nicole says he describes everything. Yeah, he does. I reread some parts of the chapter and have been reading some lit analysis along. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. That really will help you pick up on all the things by reading it slowly and getting into the details and the nitty gritty explanations. That's a great idea. What kind of lit analysis? What in lit analysis? Which lit analysis are you reading? I'd be curious to know. Liddy says she wants to get to Invisible Man this year, but saving it for the fall. Okay, trying to stay away from heavy books this summer. Yeah. Okay, well then don't follow my path, girl. Don't follow my path. Okay, so DL says to Fatima, both excellent. Love Miss Pearlie's Girls a lot. Okay, I like the title. It's cute. Karen says I'm about to start Lost in the Garden soonish. The cover drew me in. Lost in the Garden. Who's it by? I don't know it. Nice title. Okay, Sarah is saying to Nicole, glad it's a good read for you. Sarah read it when she was 16 and needed to do a reread. Um, you were too young. Yeah, that's a kind of heavy book. I mean, when I read it, I think I was maybe 21. I think when I read it, but I need to reread it. That's a long time ago. Shoot. Um, hey, Aaron, how are you? What are you reading? Teresa said it's decent so far. I like his books with the rich, snobby, and quirky characters. All right, hey D, what you doing? How you doing? What you reading? Are you still doing book two prize and what you reading? Mm. And D, I want your perspective. How is it faring for you, the BookTube prize, like the results and stuff? Like, are you happy with that? Or are you like not so happy with the results? I'll be interested to hear what you got to say about that. Yeah, it looks like everybody need to reread The Invisible Man. It was a very long time ago. Mm. I definitely need to, yeah, I definitely need to stop playing and eventually put that on my TPR. There's that one, and there's also what else do I need to reread? It's Native Son. I could do a reread of Native Son because I mean I read Native Son in college as well, so I need to reread that as well. It's been a minute. So man, reread, yes. Who is organizing it, girl? I don't know. Like we ooh. Let's get through 2023, 2024 first. Mm, let's get through 2024 because they got a lot of reads going on. Like we're gonna be doing October read to lit read along for Black History Month in the UK, which I do have a book picked out for that. And then there's also October and November, we're doing a group read. So yeah, like yeah, intense. 2 months of reading Les Miserables. Um, Sharon says she's currently. Oh, here's the Sun by Nicole Dennis Penn. Yeah, that's one of my favorites by her. Of the two of that one and Patsy, I prefer Here Comes the Sun. I think it's just a better written book. Oh, Sarah, you got your copy of Les Mis ready. Okay, well then you know what's on. You know what's up. Mm, you know what's up, Les Mis. So yeah, we're gonna see how that's gonna work, and we're gonna see if we can do it over on the Storygraph kind of thing, and see if that works. But like, I don't know. Hey Raymond, how you doing? What are you reading? But I feel like for me, I feel like that's enough read-alongs and buddy reads for the rest of the year. D said finishing better must come. Okay, I don't know that one. For booktube, listening to Fever in the Heartland, the Ku Klux Klan's takeover of America, ooh, and the woman who stopped them. Oh Jesus, that can't be a happy read. Uh, okay, so Teresa's never read Les Mis. Very good. Got your copy ready. I'm glad you're joining in. Raymond said he's reading 50 Years and Other Poems by James Weldon Johnson. And finished James Baldwin, The Last Interview and Other Conversations yesterday. Okay, well then you correct. So Teresa wants to know, did you like All the Sinners Bleed, Raymond? Uh Tracy said, has anyone read Behold the Dreamers? Yeah, I read that. By Mbole Mbue. Yeah. Yeah, that's a really good one. It's a very, very, very good book. It has some great writing, great dialogues. Really, really good book. Hey, Joss Ryder. Joss Ryder is reading Parable of the Sower. And Annie John. Annie John is so good. It was beautiful. I agree with that. But the Octavia, jeez. Well, which one is it? Were you reading? Wait, which one were you reading? Was it Fledgling you were reading? I can't remember. If it's Fledgling, I mean, I've not heard anything good about that one. But if it's reading Parable of the Sower, I mean, I feel like this is a weird one because there's some people that they love it, and then there's other people that don't like it at all for different reasons why they don't like it. I don't know what to say. I haven't read it yet, but it's on. That's definitely going to be on my TBR for next year is to finish that, like it to read Parable of the Sower and the Talents and just really like get my opinion on it because I just haven't read it. But people have just some people don't like it because they say it feels like YA. Then I heard some people don't like it because they just don't like the writing style. I just heard lots of different people who don't like I said, for different reasons. So yeah, I have no idea. I can't make any commentary on that yet, just yet. Yeah, I would definitely recommend The Hold the Dreamers. It's very good. The Nigerian family who I think they're Nigerian. Are they Nigerian? I think they're Nigerian, and they moved to the US, and it talks stories about how they get along over there, like their how they try to make their lives in the US. Very, very interesting, really well done, some great dialogues. That one is real good. Let's see. Oh wait, what's taking away the reading from other books? Is it your booktube book taking away from that? Sounds like though that Ku Klux Klan book is maybe quite long. I'm not sure. Okay, Tracy says Behold the Dreamers is one of her faves. Better Must Come by Desmond Hall for Read Caribbean. Okay, I don't know that one. Better Must Come. Let me look it up. I don't know Better Must Come. Let me that out. Um, oh, here it is. Better Must Come. I love the cover. It's gorgeous. A beautiful cover. Let's see. Oh, it's got 4 stars. Oh, it came out this year. Well, okay, this is a new one. It says Barely Missing Everything meets American Street. It's fiercely action-packed young adult thriller that looks at the darker side of light-filled Jamaica and how a tragedy and missing drug money helplessly entangles the lives of two teens who want to change their fate. All right, well, no, that ain't for me. It's a YA. When I saw American Street and Barely Missing Everything, I said, "Oof, no, I'm out. I'm out." But the cover's gorgeous. Very, very beautiful cover. All right. Nicole says, I'm afraid that I won't be able to talk to you outside of Kindred and Parable of a Sower. I did like the short story collection. Yeah, I tell you, though, Nicole, you need to read the first one of the what's it called? The Xenogenesis series, which is Dawn. So, so good. Definitely you need to read that one. I think you would like it. Raymond says to Sarah, I'm still early on, but there are a couple of good poems in here. It was published in 1917, so the language is a little date slash time bound to that period. Yeah. Hey Shay, how are you? What are you reading? Mm. Wait, let's see. Okay, Dee said, I'm trying to read Village Weavers next along with The Darkest Child. Well, hopefully those two will offset each other. But I'm just going from one trauma book to the next. I mean, I did an Untamed State. Now I'm doing the lost love songs of sing, and that's like trauma. They ain't treating the women good in this book at all. So I don't, and now I'm going off to The Darkest Child, so it looked like it's gonna be trauma all the way this summer. I think you would like Dawn. It's quite it's interesting the way it's put together. And Shade Aliens, yeah, it's all good. Bye. Okay. Have a good weekend, Billy. Bye bye. Happy reading. Yeah, Kindred is really, really good. Everything about Kindred is really, really good. Hey, Celeste. Oh, Celeste is reading Children of Blood and Bone. Um, Charles Ryder says to Sarah, Kindred read like a movie, and Wild Seed was fantastic too. Butler is just so underrated, in my opinion. Okay, now I can't say I loved Wild Seed. I read Wild Seed last year, and I didn't love it. It kind of annoyed me for a while because the um the main character is annoying, annoying. Uh, in Wild Seed. I didn't love it. I liked it. I didn't love it. Yeah, Dorothy Singh was, oh, child, brute, brute, a hot mess, a whole hot mess. Sarah says to no, to Laura, I broke up after Babel, so I can't help. Oh, okay. So you didn't like Babel, Sarah? Thinking. Children of Anguish and Anarchy. Okay. Uh, oh, Wild Seed is your favorite? Oh God, that character is so annoying. I don't even know how I made it to the end of the book because the character was just annoyed me to no end. Um, the concept of it, these beings, who can kind of be lots of things in a way, I guess you could say. It's kind of cool, but I did not like that male dominated domineering kind of character. I just thought it got to be a bit much after a while for me. Um Concept of the book is kind of cool, I must admit. Yeah, well, you can keep your Doro, honey. I don't want nothing to do with no Doro. Mm-mm. Doro got on my nerves. Babel was the worst book I have read in 5 years. Oh my God, maybe 10. But everything was so didactic and predictable. Oh, it was predictable. Really? Lawrence noted to Sarah. Okay, Latrice said me either, but he was still, yeah, he was well written, but that got on my nerves. I don't think I could read another because that's a trilogy. I don't think I could read two other books with that character in it, not unless he gonna get off somewhere down the line. Because if he ain't off, I ain't reading it. That's just me. Lady said, I was annoyed too, but really enjoyed it. Yeah, see, because there's something about it. It's a very polarizing character. It's just annoying. Oh my God, Latrice, you hated Babel too. Latrice was like, "What is this?" Okay, well, I'm not gonna read it, so I know it ain't for me. But yeah, I be hearing people braving about it, and I hear people every now and then going, "I that book." Uh, because I think how would you guys characterize Babel? Is it more fantasy or like what would you characterize, or is it sci-fi, or what is it? Magical realism? How would you characterize it? Oh, so you want to continue the series Wild Seed? What is it called? No, it's not called Wild Seed. What's it called, that series? Um, I can't remember what the series is called. Uh, no, no, what happening? It wasn't happening, Latrice. It wasn't happening. Not unless you can affirm right here that he gets offed, then I might try to go for book two. But if he ain't getting off, I'm not wasting my time. Um, Reader Scott Red says to Lauren H, I listened to the audio. You read it as you really dislike the narrator. I liked it. Probably need to be interested in the publishing industry, in my opinion. Okay. Uh, Nicole said, I DNF Wild Seed. I want to try again because when I think of what I read, it sounds good. Yeah, I mean, it was good, but that character really annoyed me. Okay, so Latrice is trying to remember Babel. Girl, you didn't put that out your mind. Okay, don't spoil it. So Latrice, send me a message on my IG and tell me if he gets offed in book two. Because if he gets offed in book two, I'm down. Oh, that's it. That's it. The Patternist series. That's what it's called. Thank you. Oh, you told me without telling me, ma'am. Okay. Mm. No, I actually prefer. I think I prefer the Xenogenesis series more. Uh, okay, so it's technically a fantasy, but it is a real like a lecture in book form. A lecture in book form. Okay, it's still not for me. Tracy, this is a mashup of all of it. So you've read this, Tracy? You read Babel? Sarah said, I wish I could forget Babel. Okay. It's so boring. Oh, wow. I know something's wrong if somebody's telling me a fantasy book is boring when they read a lot of fantasy, then I know something is seriously wrong with the book. Something is seriously wrong if people who love fantasy are saying that was boring. I don't know, not my cup of tea. I think it's kind of getting popular here because I was at the bookstore the other day and I saw French copies of it. It was so predictable. Okay. Oh, Tracy read it a while back, but didn't care for it. Yeah, well, you know. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's sometimes I feel like because what came first, Babel or what is her other one called? Yellowface. I think it was Babel and then came Yellowface, if I'm not mistaken. And so I feel like, she was like she's been on a high ever since the Poppy Wars, I think is another one that trilogy that she wrote. Since then she's just been on a high, writing books and stuff. And they're vastly different, the books that she's writing. Raymond said, I never read Babel. Yeah, that don't look like that's not your MO, Raymond. Um, yeah, it came out in 2022 and then Yellowface because it seemed like the moment Yellowface came out, it was already super popular. I mean, it barely hit the stands and it was already, the popularity of the book itself was already like it was on the move. So I think it'll be interesting to see what she writes next. Because even Yellowface, there are people who really, really like that book, and there are people who just really like, nah, they couldn't get on board with it. The Poppy Wars seems to be one of the books that though that trilogy seems to be the you know, uh something that she's written that people really, really love. You know, they really, really like. I haven't heard anyone really say a bad thing about the Poppy Wars, but tons of bad things about Apple and tons of things about Yellowface. So I don't know. Okay, so Sarah said the Poppy Wars was good, dark, but good. Okay. Nicole said people like that subject on social media. Yeah, I guess. Um, yeah, I mean, none of it is my cup of tea. So yeah, I know when it's not my cup of tea. But she's one of the authors that's gonna get, you know, tons of press when she comes over. Why do you say it's dumb? Why do you say was it's dumb, Latrice? What was dumb about it? Latrice said, I won't be reading anything else by that lady. Why do you say it's dumb? This the idea of someone taking someone else's work. I saw a movie like that once at the cinema. It was a French movie and it was really quite good. Except this was a young man coveting uh like journal diaries of an older man who went through the Algerian War. So he was cleaning out that basically the man had died in his apartment. So what they do is he had no family. So they hire a company and the company comes and just throws all of the stuff out in the trash. So the kid was looking through the cupboard and a journal, an old worn leather journal falls into his hands and he starts reading it and it's basically the journals of this man while he was at Algerian War. And then what he does is because this young man is trying to be a writer, but every time he writes a book and sends it to the publishers, they send it back with a rejection letter. So what he does is he takes the guy's journals and writes them as a book. And that story just pew, so good. I mean, really, really good story. So Yellowface, I know it's a little different. It's I from what I understand, it's a white girl who takes Asian girl story, I think is what it is. So yeah. Josh Ryder says I feel the same about Freedom McFadden. Laugh out loud. Dumb. Sarah said I won't even touch a copy of Yellowface. Babel was that disappointing. Yeah, well, I won't touch any of them. They're none of my cup of tea. Uh, none of my cup of tea. I don't even want to touch Frida McFadden, except it got picked in my book club. So we're gonna be reading Frida McFadden, in our book club next year at some point. So yeah, it's funny what becomes popular. You just the thing is, what I'm afraid of is that now that we've had the Frida McFadden thing, now we're gonna see tons of the books that are written in the same vein. Now, I did see a video the other day talking about how Frida McFadden's book is very similar to another writer's book. Wait, let me just see whose video that was. Whose video was that? Um, who was that? Whose video was that? Bruh. I didn't watch the video because I'm gonna have to read the book, and I didn't want to be spoiled. And then she talked about both books, though. She was comparing them to. Why God, this many new videos came. Damn. Um, Crap. Whose video is this? And I mean, I think if you've read the book, you should go watch her video because you could probably. I can't find this video. It was. It was. What's her face's video? I can't find her video right now. And it got a lot of views really quickly. So a lot of people have obviously read both of the books that she was talking about, that she was comparing. And the one that she was comparing it to came out, I think, 3 years before Freedom McFadden's book came out. So I was like, yowza. Um, it's Bookish Realm did the video, but I don't remember what she called the damn video. Let's see, Bookish Realm. Bookish Realm. Where's this video at? Okay, I can't find the video. Oh, here it is. It's called Did the Housemaid Plagiarize the Last Mrs. Parrish? And it's Bookish Realm that did the video. You can watch it here on YouTube. So that's kind of interesting. Now, I haven't read this book, The Last Mrs. Parrish, but I watched the beginning of her video, and she said there were tons of people that were writing her and say, "Have you read The Last Mrs. Parrish? 'Cause it's almost the same as the housemaid. She maybe plagiarized." So I was like, "Ooh, this is awkward." Uh, okay, so she keeps the same. Yeah, I see what you mean. Same template, and it's disturbing the amount of people refer to the book of hers as the best book I've read. Oh, Jesus. So you probably thinking it might be the only book they've read. Tracy said she read one McFadden and she's oh for me. Bad writing and stuff thrown in for shock effect, in my opinion. Okay, yeah. So Raymond said to Nicole, only heard there is nothing new under the sun. Okay, so Latrice, you heard that. Okay. Okay, so Shay says, now I want to read both. Nah, I don't know if I don't really want to. I don't really want to have to read both. I don't really want to have to read either. Uh-oh. Raymond said Rita might be using Chat GPT to write her books. She might be. Not off the, it's not off limits. How are we to know she's not writing it with Chat GPT? Nicole said that too to Raymond. People are working with the same themes over and over again, which, in my opinion, there's nothing wrong with similar themes because you can tell a lot of different types of stories with different themes. The problem is you have to really sit down and craft a story that is A, interesting, and B, not so damn predictable. And a lot of people aren't capable of doing that. Now, it's true. Some people are going to think that The Housemaid is the best thing that they've read in a long damn time, which means that they haven't read a lot of books. But um, this kind of easy flow story is very much like it's popular. It's what people really want to, people that don't read often, this is the kind of books they want to read. books where they just pick them up and they can, like which when you go traveling and you go in the shop and you just grab a book off off the rack because you need something to read on a plane or something. You just want like a little, some little light something. These are the kind of books that get popular really fast. And it doesn't take much. I mean, it can only be one little tweak difference. That book will become very, very popular very quickly. Tracy said between her and Hoover, just no. DL said, y'all really have high opinions of AI language models. They're not that good. Oh, look, they say that the housemaid ain't that good, So I don't know what she's working with, but her book sounds just like the other book apparently. So they both could be working with the same model for all I know. Oh no, Shay said at this point I need to give up the fight and start writing using Chat GPT. I'm tired. No, don't be tired, girl. You can do it. Yeah, you see, Sarah said it makes a great airplane book. Raymond says to Shay, oh heck no, yeah. Don't be like the grifters. Teresa said, I read both, but don't remember similarities. The last Mrs. Parrish was better to me. Look, I don't know if she said it was better or not, but she goes, you should watch the video, Teresa, because she really does go through, and what she does is she compares like that, you know. So you would probably get something out of it if you have, since you've read both. Don't get me started on Hoover. The privilege that catapulted her is astonishing. I know, right? Hey, Curtis Stevenson. Yeah, Colleen Hoover. Um, yeah, I agree, DL. A lot of people like a good story that is well written, and a good story can even be slightly something that we've already read before. You know, it will contain similar tropes as we call it. Yeah, I would like to hear your opinion on it one if after you've watched the video. Hey Nisha. Okay, so Sarah said she's heard of Colleen Hoover, picked up one of her books and was astonished at how written it was in just one page. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell ya. Princess Deal, that's why I can't do your boy Grisham no more. Nicole said, and some well written books have a bogus story. Exactly. That is so true. Okay, Teresa, she usually reads easy, light reads to cleanse the palate in between the serious and heavy stuff. Um, she never expects award winning writing. Okay, so you have your mind right, that kind of thing. Like, nah, this ain't gonna be anything great, but it's just like something to ease into another book. So I get that. Hey Nisha, what are you reading? Oh, you're reading Lone Women. Okay. Come hell or high water. Yay. Um Raymond said it's a good book. Okay, good. Because that's what we're reading for the Read Solid Book Club in July. We're reading Women. Um, yeah, I mean, the light reads are light reads. Are just what they are. But it's just that it's really funny when we hear when like somebody said when you hear people saying, "Oh, it's the best book I've read." It's the best book I've read in a long time, and it's because expectations of a story are different from reader to reader, and we have to, always keep that in mind. Okay, Curtis has finished reading All the Sinners Bleed by S.A. Cosby. Fantastic book. Okay, I also she finished How the One Armed Sister Sweeps Our House. Now, that's a good one. Why weren't you a fan of that one? It's a very good book. It's very well written. Very, very good story. Um, Yay, my cozy little library. What are you reading? We really loved it. How the one armed sister sweeps her house. Okay, now there are it's some trauma up in there, but we did really like the book. It's very well written, and it's really well thought out how she puts the story together. But it is kind of traumatic. Yeah, I'm ready to read Blacktop Wasteland next month. If hopefully I can make it happen. And then I'm gonna go from there. I'm just gonna keep reading them until I finish them. I'm the only one I don't have is Razorblade Tears. I'm still waiting for it to come. I have not received it. And I don't understand what's going on. It's the only one I don't have. I have all of the other ones already. Hey Lex. Lex is reading American Daughters by Piper Hughley. I guess that's how it's pronounced. Historical fiction about Booker T. Washington and Roosevelt's daughters. Okay. Oh, y'all need to go check out Lex's last video. I think it's your last video where you talked about how many books you own. And you said, I own 800 and something books. I'm only 200 from having a real, because I think she said having a real like having like a library, what's considered a library is 1,000 books. Girl, I'm not counting. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm just not even gonna do that. Hype House Homie says, reading Ben Sinister by Vladimir Nabokov. Okay. And Bernie M is reading One Summer in Savannah by Tara. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Tara Shelton Harris. Sarah said Razorblade Tears is always back ordered, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a problem though, not with the ordering. I think it's a problem with the delivery. Um Tracy says interested in the cozy mystery series by African American female author Valerie Burns. I don't know her name, Valerie Burns. But if you watch Troy Towell on here, he probably knows her. He's probably read her before. Mm, okay. You counted your books last year, Nisha? How many you got? Mm, okay, my cozy library said just started late reading Village Weavers as well as Joplin's Ghost. Ooh, Joplin's Ghost. Okay. No, I put on the side Village Weavers because I started reading Boise Sing. So and Boise Sing is much longer than Village Weavers. So I put that off. I'll just start with her first book, Miriam Shonsi's first book, with Storm with Thunder, and then I follow up with Village Weavers. Mm, oh, two part sugar, one part murder. What is that? It's some kind of a like what is it? A cozy mystery? Oh, you might have not been in the right headspace for the how the yeah, you got to be in the right frame of mind. You got to get your mind right for that one. Because it's not, yeah, it's got its fair share of trauma. Let's put it that way. Oh, you own over 500. Well done, Nisha. Over 500 books. I ain't counting mine. Buddy read with someone in my book club, a Blacktop Wasteland. Okay, very nice. So yeah, I need to. Well, I'm just gonna start with what I've got, and yeah, I have to figure out what the hell is up with Razor Blade Tears because uh yeah, it ain't coming, it ain't arriving. So I gotta figure out what the heck is up with that. But I have the other one, so either I'll start with that or I might start with his first book. Because wait, what's his first book called? I have that one, but I don't remember the name of the title. Mm, wait, S.A. Cosby. Mm, what's the other one called? That's his first book. God, he has so many damn books. I don't even remember what his first book is called. Is it My Darkest Prayer? Is that his first book? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Maybe I'll start with that one. So he does have a series too, right? Called A Grifter's Song. Has anybody started that one? Is that a series? Yeah, it's a long series. Has anybody read the series called A Grifter's Song by oh no, I know it is. Sorry, sorry. He's written one of the books in the series called A Grifter's Song. It's a bunch of different writers. He wrote one book and it is called, wait, let's see what it's called. It's called Ride Like Hell and it's book number 20. It's only 62 pages. Short story. The Darkest Prayer is your favorite. Okay, Latrice, I'll keep that in mind. Oh, your book club enjoyed Bedrock Faith. I bet that is such a good book. It's hilarious, but at the same time, this thing's gonna make you mad. But all in all, it's really good. Ben Sinister. Wait, let me look that up because I don't know it. Ben Sinister. Uh, okay, it was his first novel. But it says Mary is a gripping tale of youth, first love, and nostalgia. Nabokov's first novel. In a Berlin rooming house filled with an assortment of serial comic Russian immigrant Lev Ganin, a vigorous young officer poised between his past and his future, relives his first love affair. His memories of Marius are suffused with the freshness of youth and idyllic ambiance of pre-revolutionary Russia. Ooh. In stark contrast is the decidedly unappealing boarder living in the room next to Guinan's, who he discovers is Mary's husband, temporarily separated from her by the revolution, but expecting her imminent arrival from Russia. Okay, that sounds good. Sounds real good. All right, let's see. What have I missed? Is he on YouTube or IG? Who he? I'm not sure who she's referring to. Uh, Part 2 to Glory Be, but oh, yeah, yeah, it's coming out in, yeah, I saw that coming out in, March 225. Glory Days, yeah. I think it's gonna be great. I really enjoyed Glory Be, that's a wonderful, cozy mystery. Glory is a mess. She a mess. Yeah, Troy Towell, yeah. Troy Towell is on, YouTube for sure. Yeah, I like Troy Towell also. I've liked him from the very I've been watching his videos for years. But what I like about his videos is that and he reads a lot of mysteries. So I really trust him. When he tells you a mystery is good, you better believe it. When he tells you it's not good, believe that too and don't read that. But what he's really good about is he's very specific about something that like if he doesn't like it, he's very specific about it and will tell you. He's very good at explaining, I didn't like this because it was not necessary for the writer to do X, Y, and Z. He's very, very specific, and I like that. So it makes the video very interesting. And if you don't know a lot about mysteries, it's a good way to help you avoid bad ones, is to go watch his videos. Thanks, Teresa. It was different. Well, that's what it said. I don't know. That's what was on the thing. Um, I don't know. Maybe did I get the wrong thing? Yeah. Add Glory B. It's really good. Glory B is excellent. Wait, let me see if I can find the cover for Glory B. Glory B. It's funny too. Oh, for God's sakes, I can't type. It's very funny and it just has all the vibes of it has all the vibes of cozy mystery. So it looks like this. Danielle Alsano. Let's see. I think they have. Oh yeah, here's the new one. Glory Days, a Glory Broussard mystery, coming out the 4th of March. Ooh, it's in blue this time. That's what it looks like. The new one, Glory Days. So that should be real good. Eric Charles May had more books out. No, it's the only book he's ever written. He hasn't written anything else. Eric Charles May. It's his only book. It's very good, but he hasn't written anything else. Glory B was fun. Yeah, it was. It does have kind of a feel of Blanche White. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, it's like feel of Blanche White. We miss Blanche White though. We miss Blanche White, but it's good. She's the only thing is Glory B is an older woman, a sassy black older woman, and she has her habits. Let's just put it that way. She has her habits, and she doesn't like her habits messed up. Yeah, I wish he had written more books too, Tracy, but no, he hasn't written more. Eric Charles May. He, I don't know what the deal was with that, but I asked the publishers and they said no, this is the only book he's ever written. So I keep thinking maybe one day he'll write another one at some point. But that one is good. I wish more people knew about Bedrock Faith, but it's not. It's kind of old now. Bedrock Faith. I don't know how long that book has been out, but uh, maybe 2014 or something. I'm not sure, but I wish more people knew about it and would read it because it's very well done. I love I love the community aspect of that book. Here it is right here. Bedrock Faith, Eric Charles May. Definitely a must read if you haven't read it. It came out 2014. I was right. Um, yes, Troy is a mystery connoisseur. That's what he likes to read, and he knows it very well. You know, he knows all of the black mystery writers. He's, you know, spot on. He's read some of the classics and all that. You know all that. He is the one. You know, he's the one where you can ask him like, "Oh, have you read this? You know, would you recommend it or whatever?" He's probably read it and he can tell you whether he recommends it or not. He's just that good. Yeah, Stew Pot was something else, huh? So unpredictable. And that's what's really good about the book is that you're reading it and you're getting used to this black community that you see glimpses of them at the beginning of the book, and then you see glimpses of that community once Stew Pot comes out of jail, and things become all topsy turvy, but it's not predictable at all, and that's what I like about it. It's not predictable at all, and yeah, he does work a nerve or two. He really does. Really does work a nerve or two. Actually, I think it would be really good if they made that one into an audiobook at some point. I think it would be fantastic, but with a different reader, you know, for the different characters, not like one person doing the different actors doing the character. I think it would make a fantastic audiobook. Oh, they do have an audiobook. Oh my god, really? Oh my god, maybe I should do a reread and re-listen to it on audiobook. Wait, let me look on Everand now. Mm, oh my god. Who's reading it though? Narrated by Kenneth Tolles. I don't know Kenneth Tolles. Okay, so yeah, I think it would be better with multiple readers, but it's only there's only one reader, and it's Kenneth Toll. I don't know who Kenneth. Let me look and see if I can find out who Kenneth Toll is. Uh, Kenneth Toll. Mm, Hmm. Yeah, go and listen a little bit, Teresa, and come back and tell us if it's what it sounds like. Oh my god, because I'm like, what? Let's see if I can find this Kenneth Toll person. Here he is. This is Kenneth Toll. He works in voiceovers. Here he is right here. Kenneth Toll. Tolls. So he's doing the voiceover the for the audiobook. So why not? I don't know. I'm gonna have to do a reread now with the audio. I know, right? That's the whole point, Tinley. The neighbors are not as nice as they or as they're cracked out to be. Oh, he has. Which ones, Teresa, has Kenneth Tolles narrated? Let us know. Yes, he is handsome. I'm interested to see what else he's narrated. Mm. But if you haven't read it, like if you haven't read Bedrock Faith, I don't know what you're waiting for. That one is a good one. That's a real good book. Real good book. Excellent. Well, well done. I wish she would write more books. If you're out there, Eric Charles may write some more books because that's well, I don't know. He could be working on something right now. It just takes him a long time to write a book because I don't know how long it took him to write Bedrock Faith. Already, I love the story, I love the characters, and I love the title. Title is good. Title is real good. You really don't when you pick it up and you read it, you're like, what's this all about? Oh, fantasy and romance. Well, he might kill this. He might kill this Bedrock Faith reading. You never know. He might kill it. He might kill it. This one is really good on audio as well, and it helps with the text sometimes because it's like Caribbean. So sometimes when I'm reading it in my head, it's just not in my head. It's not coming out Caribbean. It's just not. It's coming out crazy. So I like immersive. I've been immersive reading this one, so I'm listening to the audio and reading the book at the same time, and it works so much better because the Caribbean sounds Caribbean with the audio. It just doesn't sound Caribbean in my head. It sounds crazy. Sounds super crazy. It's on Audible too. Yeah, well, I'm gonna get it on Everand. I'll read it on Everand. Listen to it on Everand. I just have to mark it. Yeah, I marked it. Oh, this is the Lost Love Songs of Boise Sing by Ingrid Perso. But when I'm reading it, it ain't coming out Caribbean. It sounds crazy in my head. It sounds so much better with audiobook, let me tell you. But it's trauma. Like this is trauma. So if you're not up for the trauma, do not pick this one up yet. Don't pick that up if you're not ready for the trauma. Yeah, I love immersive readings, particularly in this case because I have this thing with I don't mind at all stories being written in Caribbean, but like if I have to read them myself, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So I have to be immersive. That's how I did what's that book called? Marlon James. I did immersive reading for um the Book of Night Women, but I also did it for the other one, the really big one, A Brief History of Seven Killings. For the Brief History of Seven Killings, I needed that audio bad because that was not coming out right in my head at all. I didn't know what was going on. Suddenly, when I had the audiobook, things started making more sense. Um, so yeah. So that's a way around having to deal with like Caribbean and you want to keep that Caribbean flavor, but the audio really helps with that. But yeah, so I feel like that's it. I don't have anything else to say. I mean, I'm reading, like I said, The Lost Love Songs of Boise Sing by Ingrid Perceau. This is her second book, and uh, I'm reading it on Kindle. Remember how we were talking about reading on Kindle last time and how we said we hated it? I'm reading How to Make Love to a Negro Without Getting Tired by Danila Ferrière, who is Haitian. So I have read one, two, three, four Haitian novels this this year. So I'm happy with that. Um Haiti. I think Ingrid Perceau is wait, what is she? Is she not Trinidad? Trinidad. Trinidad, Haiti, and Haiti. So that'll work out. So that's it. That's all I have today. I have nothing else for y'all. Sorry. Um, but I'll be here next Friday, and I'll maybe I'll put next Friday that we can actually do. We can do is look at our bookshelves and count how many books we have, and then to ourselves, if we feel like we're okay with that, fine. If we feel like we want to improve it, and how do we want to improve it? Like, do we want to add more? Do we want to take some away? And we can think about talking about that next time. All right, so that's it. Have a great weekend, great reading, and lots of sunshine. And I will see you next Friday. Bye.